Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome back to episode 228 of my Minecraft Xbox Update Adventures Let's Play. A Let's Play where I've been playing through the various updates that have come out for Minecraft on the Xbox 360, building stuff, killing stuff, and of course, destroying stuff. And in this particular episode of the Let's Play, we're going to be doing two big things. First of all, I'm going to be teaching you how to make an Obsidian Farm, at least a very simple Obsidian Farm. It's effective, simple, and if you have an Efficiency 5 pickaxe, or any Efficiency pickaxe, it can be very easy to get. And second of all, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a snow farm, because a snow farm is such a simple farm to make. It might sound like it's complex, but it's such an incredibly easy farm to make that I figured I'd include it in like this episode, because this is like a 2 farms in 1 extravaganza, because I am still working towards the big gold farm aim, which by the way, oh geez, that ghast is very close to me right now. I am still working on the big gold farm aim, and the big part that I wanted to work on today is getting obsidian, because you need an insane amount of obsidian. Okay, are we safe over here? We are. Let's actually just make a little bit more wall there. But yeah, you need an insane amount of obsidian to, let's light something on fire too. You need an insane amount of obsidian to actually make a gold farm, and that means, is it safe to make a portal here? It's probably safe. So, 1, 2, 3. Now we need to break a couple blocks in the ceiling. But yeah, you need an insane amount of obsidian to actually make a gold farm, and that means we need to get an insane amount of obsidian. How better to do it than an obsidian farm? Because you can just go, go underground, and you can turn lots of, blocks of, you can turn lots of blocks of lava into obsidian by covering them in water, but the more preferable method is what I'm doing now. So let's explain what we're doing before we go into this. Basically, the way you can farm obsidian almost infinitely, or actually infinitely, is basically what you want to do is jeez, this is really terrifying. You can either go to the real world to this, or to the nether. I'm going to use the nether because it means that this portal will disappear eventually. Basically, what I can actually do is, you want to go somewhere at least 50 blocks away from your existing portals, and you want to make a new portal. Then you want to go through this portal. It'll make a portal, hopefully somewhere close to the other end of the other one. This will make sense in a second. But if you look, also for some reason it's like dark over here, but it's like in the real world. That's weird. So basically, yeah, what you want to do is when you go through the portal, you want to break 1 block. I mean, you can break more. You can make the whole thing, but I recommend just breaking 1 block and saving the rest for later. So now we've got 2 more obsidian blocks, and then you want to run back to your original portal. So, for me, this is about a 100 block run. It's not going to take me too long. It'll take me maybe a minute. And yeah, basically, if you keep doing this over and over again, I'll explain more in a second. You can just get lots and lots of obsidian, and it means, you get 10 every time you do it. So, given that it takes me maybe a minute to do each cycle, it means every 10 minutes I can have about 100 obsidian. Obviously, you don't then have to go and mine it, but it is very easy to mine it when it's in portal format. So, this is how I would definitely recommend doing it. It's a very, very handy little trick. And, yeah, it means you don't have to go underground. You have to waste your lava, which you can save for buckling up or something. It's just, an idea that can save some time. And this is my preferred method, because it's got a little bit of an interesting twist to it. Like, when you're going around doing this, it's just more fun. Whereas going underground, you've always got that risk of death, and no one wants the risk of death. Risk of death, not a fun thing. Risk of fun, now that's a fun thing indeed. But yeah, so while we do this, let's talk about all the things we usually talk about in this Let's Play, shall we? So, as you can see, we got a different portal this time, so it's going to randomly spawn somewhere in this area, and each time we break it, it's going to not go to the old one, and it's going to make a new one. So, as we go around the place, keep on doing this over and over again, let's talk about exactly, what I've been up to this week, because that's what people like to know about. So, the big thing is I've done, because my Geek Fuel video from last week went up, and, also, there was also the Knights and Dragons video. Basically, a few people are wondering, so Toycats, what's with the sponsored videos? So, the future of YouTube when it comes to ads is they're going to be inside the videos. That's kind of like a thing that YouTube doesn't want to lean towards, but, there's so many factors, like mobile views, for instance, that mean it's, it's a lot trickier than it is on YouTube, and, I'm trying out a lot of different methods, because I want to have a method of advertising that, in these videos, that is something you want. Let me know what you think, do you like the Geek Fuel boxing sorts of things, or do you prefer, me making a video on a game specifically? Because I like branching out into other games sometimes. A lot of people suggest I do it. Do you think it's kind of, cheesy for me to do it that way? That's the sort of stuff that, I think about a lot, and that's what a big part of my week's been thinking about that. But, things that aren't that, next week is my last week of college, so I've been working super, super hard. It's one of those things where it's like, you always, this happens to everyone, where it's like, I work hard most of the time, but now it's like, I need to get all of this done by then, and, there's so much work I have to do that I'm like, I can't really do anything right now, and it's kind of funny how the human brain works like that. If you realize you have too much work to do, you just can't really do anything. You're like, I've just got so much to do, so instead I'm going to take a nap. That's actually a pretty natural response to doing less work, and that's something I realized, which is, pretty bad. So, having more work is not only more work, but having the more work itself is more work. If that made any sense to you, hopefully. I don't think it did make any sense, but yeah, that's a common issue. So, As far as what we're doing in the game, we're just going to keep on doing this run again. It's pretty fun and interesting. It just means I get to run around, and everybody loves running around in Minecraft. It's a fun opportunity, and after we've done maybe 5 portals, we'll start to break them. Again, because I have the efficiency 5 pickaxe here, just in case you're not familiar, this is a efficiency 5 and breaking 3. It costs a lot, and costs a lot to repair, but it is. I love having just an amazing tool in my inventory. I'm thinking of like getting a new sword that's going to be just you know, like an amazing sword, or maybe get an amazing something. I just want to have, you know, a couple of cool things on me at all time. Maybe like an enchanted diamond chest plate that just protects me from all damage. That'd be nice too, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, let's get back to talking about what I was talking about. Yeah, so besides, you know, just doing lots of work and stuff, because that's what I've always, that's what I kind of always do. Yeah, that was just an interesting observation I had. So another observation I've been thinking about, because I play a reasonable amount of mobile games and just, you know, addicting games in general, and sometimes I'll realize I don't even enjoy a game, but I'm playing it anyway. Like, I'm sure sometimes you must have this feeling where, like, you'll be playing a mobile, like, Cookie Clicker, for instance. You'll be playing it, and you'll realize, like, I'm playing a game that I don't really want to play. I just feel forced to play it, and eventually you'll stop. But, like, a lot of people never get that, like, stop moment, and they get, you know, they stay addicted to a game for ages. Like, you know, if you think of Clash of Clans, for instance, you think all these sorts of games. I think people think, like, you know, you're just kind of stuck in there forever. And I was thinking of, like, a potentially... This could be a really great idea, or it could be a really awful one. I was thinking, like, you know, these companies basically use psychological addiction to make you... Like, this will sound like a dark thing, but it's going to go somewhere good. Like, you know, if you're addicted to a game... You know, it's kind of used to make you buy money, which isn't a bad thing, you know, that's one way of making a good game. But what if there was a game that instead of using, you know, this addicting power to, you know, make you want to buy more microtransactions, what if there was a game that's just all about, you know, instead of that, it's just like, you know, so instead of, you know, being all about that, we're gonna, you get the points for, you know, fitness things. So instead of buying stuff with real cash money, you have to go out on, like, a mile run to do something good. Wouldn't it be crazy if there was, like, because this is a game I kind of want to develop myself, I've been thinking about, like, what if there was a game that you download it, and you get, like, points every time, you know, you go on it, like, every, you know, step you take will give you a point, every 1,000, you know, steps you take gets you a pack or something, and, like, it rewards you for personal fitness and stuff like that. I was thinking, you know, like, although it'd be kind of evil in the same sense that, you know, it makes a psychologically addicting game that maybe some people wouldn't be able to put down. If the big reward of the game is it means that people, you know, have an addiction to working on something, is that me doing a good thing for the world? Because I've been thinking about that, because I don't want to work for, you know, months on a game and then realize, you know what, this is the sort of game that actually, you know, makes people not enjoy. Like, I don't want to make the world a worse place for game, but do you think it's an okay thing to get people addicted to doing something they actually want to do? Like, for instance, would you, if you're, you know, let's say you're at school right now, or, you know, let's say you want to be addicted to health eating, or if you are at school right now, would you want to be addicted to, you know, doing your work? So you wouldn't even, like, have to, you know, go through the effort of being like, oh, I guess I'm going to do it. You'd just be like, yeah, I'm going to do this. It's going to be great. I was just thinking about that. Like, let me know in the comments down below. That's definitely one of the most interesting things I've been thinking about. Like, would you be addicted to that? Because, you know, the thing that's made me think that is, like, there's so many weird apps out there. Like, there are apps, you know, like the ones I mentioned, where it's like, you click the cookie, and you get, you know, cookies from it, and somehow that's addicting. And it genuinely is. Like, I've played Cookie Clicker myself. By the way, we're farming the obsidian right now, if you can't tell. As you can see, I've got, like, I went from the 10 I started with, which, by the way, I can get back anytime I want, and we're probably going to have a stack by the time we're done here. But yeah, so, oh, because we get 14 for each portal, and we did maybe 6 portals, so pretty good. But, yeah, like, there's so many weird apps, like, out there, like, there was one that was just pre-installed on my phone, and it's called something Geo. I wish I could give you the name, but, the name of the, the basic goal of the app is it checks your location, like, you put your location in, so, you know, I put it in the UK, and it just tells you if there's a disaster in your area, and, like, 100% of the time I've had it, and I imagine 100% of the time I'll even have this phone, it just says everything's okay. And on the one hand, that's nice, because you can always be like, I'm worried about the world, and then the app can tell you, nope, everything's okay. But on the other hand, like, that's, I don't know, it feels like such a weird concept for an app. Like, usually you want an app that does something, but apparently some people just want an app that says everything's okay. Which, you know, I could totally make an app that you just open it, and regardless of whether everything is okay, it just says everything's okay. That'd be a pretty sweet app. But yeah, so that's kind of the app fault, because I am a technically a programmer. Like, that's technically what I just did a course in. So, you know, I keep saying technically, but because, you know, I'm not that good a programmer. But yeah, it'd be a pretty interesting little, what do we call it? It'd be an interesting little thought, and I'd like to know if you'd be okay with being addicted to something you want to do anyway, or do you feel like you know it's only fun to do the thing, or you only feel rewarded for doing the thing because you don't want to do it? I don't know. Comments down below. Anyway, to move on from that then. Another thing, oh geez, we need to go to sleep pretty quickly. Another thing I want to talk about is this gold farm thing. So a lot of people really like it, and I want to know like do you like seeing about the farm stuff, or do every now and actually wait, where's this whole thing? There it is. There's the gold farm. Do you like seeing this stuff done in survival more than you do in creative? Because I personally think that's how it is. I see some people think like that, but as some of you like, yeah, again, this is something I guess that you have to let me know your thoughts on. But oh, did I really stare at the Enderman? Did I seriously do that? That was a very poor decision. So let's just keep knocking him back. Hopefully get some ender pearls in reward for our courage. Endermen are kind of terrifying, but you have to kind of walk back if you want to avoid them. Anyway, that's good there. So, yeah, let me know, whatever I just said. I honestly forgot. Like, this is, oh, gee, no, please don't block, Oh, no. He only blocked, like, a few ladders. Like, still, though, I didn't want that. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying. I need to light this place up. Like, I'm at the point in my Minecraft world where if you place enough torches, nothing will spawn except where you want it to. I think I might just have to do that to not deal with mobs anymore, which you might be saying, play on peaceful. But, you know, half the game is having the mobs there. But if you can, you know, avoid the mobs in-game, that's still pretty cool. So, yeah, we now got ourselves a stack and a bit of obsidian. That's really cool, in my opinion. So I guess we'll put that just there and that over there. And now we've got 100 of this. Still not enough for what we really need. We'll do a lot of farming off camera, of course. I'll just watch a video and, just go and farm it. Which is actually interesting what I hear a lot of people do in my videos. So, again, there is background noise. I think it's only if you have headphones you hear the funny background noises. So, I guess if you have headphones, you hear the half you don't want to hear of the video. Because I always listen back to these videos and I never can hear it. But I always get comments like, Toy Cat, I hear there's babies in your house. But yeah, the second part we're going on to now is the snow farm. So the Obsidian Farm, pretty easy, just involves a lot of running, and it's pretty mindless, to be honest. The snow farm is the next level of mindless and the next level of easy. Like, I want to, like, maybe time myself from, I'll time myself because I've got my Elgato timer. It's going to be slightly wrong, but I'm going to see just how fast I can go from, like starting the farm to having it done. So one key step you want to do first is you want to make sure you have 8 snowballs. So just, use shovels on the snow like this, and this will give you snow, which you can turn into snowballs just over here. So you just need 2 of this, then we'll replace this with that. And yeah, so let's go. So you want to, also you're going to need a snow biome. So, technically speaking, you can farm the snow biome by just, getting rid of the snow, just, running around like this, giving the snow, then waiting for it to come back. But if you want a better method, you want a more instantaneous method, you want something that actually rewards you, all you have to do is you have to be like, okay, so I'm going to place 1 block here. Oh wait, let's start the timer now. So it's at 12:51 on my timer, but of course that's wrong because there's a few seconds before the video starts. Then what you want to do is you just want to make some kind of area like this going around it. For now, we're going to have to leave one of these blocks out, but we're going to have a block just here. Then we place 2 blocks of snow and a block of that. Okay, now we need to quickly place this last block, and as you can see, now the snow golem is trapped in a little thing. So that last block up there is kind of a waste. If you want, now you can get rid of these corner blocks, and the thing is done. So that was less than 20 seconds. I mean, a lot of that was explanation, and yeah, it's that simple. Now I have a snow golem farm, and you might think, Toy Cat, I think you've done something wrong. You haven't created a snow farm, you've created a snow golem. They're different things, but this is why it's a snow farm, because when the snow golem is trapped in one space, if you're in a snow biome, he'll constantly make snow where he walks, and this means that all you have to do is you just spam the right trigger. And you'll notice that my inventory will start to be filled with snowballs, because it's just, every time you break this layer of snow, you get yourself a snowball. And I could break the entire shovel going through this if you wanted to. Obviously, I don't need to, because I've got a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's just that simple. So now, also, if you want to make it even more efficient, you place blocks there, just to make sure there's only one way it can definitely get out. And then as you can see, like, the snowballs have to go to me. That's just the only place they can go, or they can stay in that block, but that's not easy. So, yeah, this is an amazing way to just get as much snow as you could ever want. That's what I mentioned when I said it's easy and that. But yeah, we've got all the snow we need in the world. I don't know if I'm going to make anything with snow. Like, I think this snow biome... Oh, I have, like, the tiniest snow biome in the world, by the way. Like, it's from, like, over there-ish to over here, and it's not even a real snow biome underneath. Like, this changed into a snow biome later. It's really weird, but yeah, I think, there were words. They're important. So, as far as getting ice in this world, by the way, I'm going to make an ice farm at some point. You might have seen the ice farm video I made a while ago. But for now, the thing I want to do before that, this will be a really fun challenge, is actually use Silk Touch pickaxe. I'll show you what I mean by just using the Silk Touch pickaxe. If I run around and actually break this in twice right now, which I can do from below the surface. What will actually happen is the next layer of water under will freeze. Obviously, this is something you'll see in a few episodes. But if I destroy a massive amount of the ice just here, so I'll just straight over here, for instance, you'll see that the the next layer will eventually freeze. Actually, it'll you might even be able to see some freeze just in front of me if I destroy enough of this. I know I'm losing a lot of ice here. Oh, in fact, no, I do have a stack. So there's gonna be some at the bottom of the ocean. There's a lot off the bottom of the ocean. Right now, I don't have to be too concerned about that, which is a fortunate privilege I have. But yeah, if we destroy enough of this, you'll see that the next layer of water underneath will start to be frozen too. Assuming this is a snow biome, I'm not sure where the snow biome ends and what used to be a snow biome and what currently is. It's a very confusing system and a very confusing world we live in. But yeah, that's the thing I can totally do. So yeah, eventually this stuff layer down here, which might happen in front of us, it might not do, because it does take some time to happen, of course, will eventually just become ice, and it means that if we do this enough times, I think maybe like 10 times down, we could just have a big valley where there used to be an ocean, and that would be really cool, because it's obviously a lot easier to do it. Oh wait, is this island really snowy? We'll just remove a few blocks to test. But yeah, it will be a really fun test because, if we do it enough, we could have a big gap where there used to be an ocean, and it's a lot easier to get rid of ice than an ocean. Plus, if you get rid of the ice, instead of wasting all the sand and the shovels and stuff, all you have to do is waste a silk touch pickaxe, and then will eventually, you get a lot of ice in return as well, and it means that it's easier, and you actually get something out of it. So I figured that would be a really cool, really interesting thing to do. Of course, that does depend on this actually being a snow biome. If it's not, then I guess I'm going to go around and just make one lower thing. But it's impossible to tell until we see some of this freeze over, which isn't happening in front of us, which does make me slightly suspicious, to be honest. I guess what it might be, because this part over here, like, an easy way to actually test is where these snow golems create snow underneath them is actually definitely a snow golem, a snow biome, which is kind of a funny way. But yeah, as you can see, this is a snow biome because it creates snow. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'll let you know at some point, and yeah, that's that. So, two things I taught you today: Snow Farm, Obsidian Farm, and technically a weird thing you can do with a snow biome. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. So just in case you're wondering what part of the world we're in, because the Let's Play world is one you, like, if you've watched all the episodes, which, by the way, the playlist is all sorted, so if you want to check that out, you can. It's in the description of every single video I do, I think, like the updated adventure Let's Play, if you want to watch, the other episodes. But basically, I imagine a lot of you have been watching for a while, have, like, a mental map of where this world's all going. Like, that's the big pathway that goes from one side to the other. This will eventually be a big beacon that goes up to the sky. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I just wanted to explain what this part of the world is. So, at the moment, this is, like, one of the most unventured parts of the world. Like, I'm expanding more and more, like, the parts of the world I built in, but this right now is just a big forest that borders a snow biome and has lots of ice. There's a big castle up there, which it's only, like, 60% finished, but going around and, like, doing the next 40% means I have to waste so much dirt, and it's like, I don't want to do that right now. So yeah, that's what's going on right there, and yeah, that's a birch forest I made myself over there. So, we are going to end today's episode a little early. Oh, wait, one more thing. This is one that you might be like, oh, actually, it's like, the knock-knock jokes, knock-knock, who's there, etc. One thing I thought is really strange is everyone knows that when someone says knock-knock, you say who's there, and it's a knock-knock joke, but I've never understood, like, how does that, it's just common knowledge that everyone does that, because, the first person who tried to tell a knock-knock joke, they said knock-knock, and the other person said, sorry, you're not a dork, do you have some form of problem, sir? And, like, somehow it just has, over the time, has just become public knowledge that when someone says knock knock, you say who's there. And I think that's pretty interesting, personally, but of course I would. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like it if you did like it, share it if you really like it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I do videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you like them, then you will see them daily on your home. Or if you subscribe to them, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play Monday. I'm glad you guys are really liking the Geek Fuel offers, by the way, because I think we've renewed that for another month. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the future of YouTube. Thank you very much to everyone. I, did mention that earlier with the brand deals. Without you guys, all this stuff isn't possible, and it is very appreciated, your support and all this sort of stuff. So thank you, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video.